Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this inaugural event of channel reviews. I'm so stoked to have so many wonderful submissions of channels that are keen for reviews. There is still time to fill in the form in the description if you want to have your channel reviewed today. We can add it to the Wheel of Fortune, which is very exciting. I had so many submissions, which I was very obviously stoked about, to review channels with the wonderful Terence Fisher, who's joining me here today. Thank you so much for being here today, Terence.
Hey, Claire, thanks for having me so much. It's always fun, so much fun when I'm here. So looking forward to looking at some channels and,
Yeah.
giving some insight.
Yeah, it'll be so much fun. And how has I saw that you have had like an incredible month on YouTube. How has that been for you? Was there any particular thing that helped that to happen?
Yeah, it's one of those things, it's sort of an anomaly, really. I had a video that kind of took off, which happens, when you do videos every now and then. You always have some videos that do better than other ones, but this particular one just did a lot better than some of the ones that I had done previously. And then that brought in a lot of growth, a lot of subscribers, a lot of people, a lot
Mm,
of attention, a lot of comments and likes and all of that kind of stuff. So that's what's
that's
been happening
amazing.
with my channel over the last month.
And was there anything that you did differently with that channel or with that video? Like different, like a different way of doing things, or it's just
Um,
consistency and then
Not
something took
really.
off?
I wouldn't say different. What I always try to do is one of the things I always try to make sure I'm doing when I'm doing my videos is to try to tighten them up as much as I can, meaning like be as concise as I can and get to the point as quickly as I can, and share the information and in a sort of compelling way, I guess, if I'm trying to convince somebody of a topic, or at least trying to give them my opinion of something or how I think about it, something I want to be as compelling as I can with that. So I'm always
Mm,
working on things like the spacing and the timing, and then my energy in the video and how I appear and stuff like that. Not I don't obsess about those things at all, just kind of giving note to them and just looking at my prior videos and say, okay, how can I do this better? So it was
mm.
just kind of one of those things. I put that kind of time into it. I think the editing of it was good. So it was like one of those videos that just kind of had a lot of things going for it. I guess the title was something that the my audience was really interested in. So it had a lot of that going for it. That's why the video took off.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm so stoked to have all of you here in the chat today. We've got how lovely, how beautiful. So we have music theory minutes. I
Nice.
can't wait to
Music
listen
theory. I
in.
love music theory. Perfect.
Who doesn't love a bit of music theory? That's awesome. And the wonderful Stephen Walters, Success is the Goal, is joining us from Ohio. Thank you so much for being here today, Stephen. I caught one of Stephen's live streams yesterday. It was very wonderful.
Nice.
Nobu, thank you for being here. And thank you for the compliment on my blue background. I made a video the other day about me putting this up and realizing that I had it. And it's like, oh, that's way better than what I had before. So yes, Shannon is here. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, Shannon.
Marianne, hello.
Hey, Marianne.
Beautiful. Oh,
Nobu, hey, how are you?
so cool to see you all here.
Yes, glad
What
to
a
see everyone
treat.
here.
Mama and dad are here too. Isn't that just beautiful? Um, all right. So we had so many submissions for today's reviews. So and we have, we can't be here for years. So I wanted to create a way that would make it fair. So we have a bit of a wheel of fortune to select which channel is going to be reviewed and in which order. And we're going to try and give really like actionable tips, advice that you can kind of implement straight away. And these things will ideally be things that you might go, oh, actually, that's something that I can use on my channel as well. Like if we don't happen to get to your channel,
Mm.
hoping that things are it's things you're going to be able to implement as well, whether it's your channel or not. So here's the wheel of funness. And if you do not see your name on this and you have submitted yourself, please let me know because I may have, you know, I'm only human. I might have missed some. We'll get rid of this up in the top corner for today. We can hide that. And should we give it a go? See who's going to be first. Can we get a little bit of a drum roll in the chat? That would be fantastic. All right. Fantastic. So the next channel review is going to be Stephen Walters.
Good.
Awesome. So now, did you hear that sound effect, or was that just something I could hear?
I heard it. I can hear it.
Fantastic. I'm so glad because the wheel of names is completely customizable. So I got to choose that, and that's the one I chose. Um,
Good
so
choice.
thank you, Terence. Thank you so much. All right. So Stephen Walters, the wheel of success. Here we go. First channel. Have you got that there? Are you saying what I'm saying?
I can see it. Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right. So first impressions of this channel, Terence.
First impressions just off the top, it looks really well put together. I like the banner. Stephen Walters, the Wheel of Success will advance your skills needed to reach your goals. So you have a banner that kind of speaks to what your channel is about, which is great. Um, I like the color scheme. The colors are really contrasty. That blue and orange on top of each other makes it stick out really good. So you can kind of see it. You don't have to like stare and look at that. So that's really great. Your profile picture looks really well. I mean, so I kind of can already see that this is kind of like a professional, skill related channel. So it really looks like that's what it's going for. So I think that's really good off top. That is really good.
Mm.
You want to scroll down a little bit and we can check out some of the thumbnails.
Yeah, let's have a look
Uh,
at the thumbnails. I one thing that
mhm,
I would say, the thumbnails I think are really engaging.
mhm.
One thing I would say though is see this one here, how to stop procrastination paper calendars.
Yes.
I find that personally, let us know in the chat if you agree or disagree on any of this stuff, actually, because these are all opinions.
Sure.
So, how to stop procrastination, paper calendars. I personally find that a little bit difficult to read.
Yes.
So, it's like
Agreed.
if you're going to have words on your thumbnails, which is really, really good to do. It's not a bad idea to make sure it's stuff that you can really clearly see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. Like the text on this, the one that says, "What do you want?" I believe the second video,
Yeah.
that text is really you can see that really great, and you
Mm.
don't have to you have to always remember that most people are kind of scrolling YouTube on mobile devices, so
Yeah.
those thumbnails kind of appear a lot smaller than what we see here on the desktop. So when people are scrolling and they have to kind of look and see what that is, that's always a not a good thing for them because it makes it more likely that they'll just kinda scroll past it.
Mm. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now we how long should we spend on each channel? We have so many to get through, but I want to kind of have
Well,
a
just
little.
I think we can spend as much time as you need, but we can, I just usually point out the main things like the thumbnails and the
Yeah.
the title and the basically the appearance of the channel. So,
Mm.
I think the next thing I would look at with this one is some of the titles.
Yeah.
Um, the titles that are here, they're decent, but I don't think that they're really that engaging. So, like the one with the thumbnail that you're talking about, how can a paper calendar stop procrastination?
Yeah.
So it's like I get what he was going for there, but it's kind of one of those things like, if I wanted to stop procrastination, I probably don't want another some sort of calendar or some sort of physical device or something like that that I want to use. Although that, like I said, me personally, I would want to know this. I would watch this video, but I'm looking at
Mm.
it in terms of like, what people are looking for when they're looking for things in a video. So how can a paper calendar stop procrastination? Is like, okay, what you want to do, and this is probably a good lesson for everyone, is that if you can make your titles sort of intriguing in a way that speaks to results. The how-to stuff still works, so the titles with your how-to in there, that's still a good title. But if you create something like how to stop or stop procrastination in 5 days with this tool. So you're
Yeah.
not saying paper calendar in the title, you're giving a bit of intrigue there, so it makes people wonder like, "Okay, what is this tool that this person is talking about that I can
Mm.
stop my procrastination with?" So you're leaving a little bit to be desired there, you know what I mean? So
Clever.
that's kinda how I would
Clever, clever.
rework some of those titles. You kinda always wanna be thinking with your titles how you can bring that intrigue and that curiosity factor into it. Like, "What is this? You know, what am I
Mm.
talking about with this particular tool?" Like, the or something like a title like the greatest procrastination tool ever that nobody ever uses. Like
Yeah.
that's, that's something that's really intriguing. So you may want to consider your titles, just reworking your titles a little bit to have some curiosity and intrigue in them.
Yeah, yeah. I really like, I've seen that Shannon has said, "I like the ones with you in them wearing the same thing, and I hope your elbows have patches on them," which, apparently they don't have patches, but that's okay and it's still stylish. Um,
Yeah.
I I reckon, like, I'm a big one for faces on thumbnails.
Yes. Mhm.
And you, Stephen, you have like a really like I recognize that thumbnail of yours from Stephen's part of Video Ranking Academy, and I recognize that thumbnail like immediately.
Mm.
So if I saw your face on it, I would personally be more inclined to click because I know it's you. Um, I know that's not what everyone feels about that. What do you reckon about faces in thumbnails,
Yeah,
Terence? You
I
always
agree. I
do.
tend to I think almost probably 99.9% of my thumbnails have my face in them. It's always a bit more uh sort of inviting when you can put a sort of person or human element
Mm,
to a thumbnail. And I think there's been some like vidIQ has done some research about that they found out that usually or generally faces in thumbnails do typically a little better than the ones with none faces. Now, of
yeah.
course, it's not a, all of the thumbnails with faces do better kind of thing. It's just kind of one of those things that generally speaking. So I just as a
Mm,
general practice for me, I'd always include some sort of face in there with some sort of, expression on my face about that kind of goes along with the title. So if I was using like the title I was just talking about with the procrastination, like the biggest procrastination tool I've ever found that works 100% of the time. And it's like, oh, this is exciting. So my thumbnail's like,
yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
so something like that that goes with that
Mm,
title, so to speak. So yeah, definitely the faces in it tend to work a little bit better. And the other thing
yeah,
I would point out about the thumbnails is usually a lot of your thumbnails they're kind of wordy. Generally speaking, with words you want to stick to around 3 to 4 words at max.
mm,
So you have this one, the time management tool tips, reduce stress. So you have a lot of text and stuff there going on. So it can kind of cloud up your thumbnails a little bit. So if you can keep that to, 3 to 4 words max, that's generally even vidIQ has done research on that as well that talks about how the least amount of words or at least the 3 to 4 words is kind of the sweet spot for thumbnails.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, well, and I know I overdo that. I break that rule. I
Yeah.
know that rule, and I break that rule all the time.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's kind of hard. It is when you're trying to come up with thumbnails and it's like, well,
Yeah,
how do I say this in 3 to 4 words? So yeah, I know the struggle. It definitely gets a
yeah,
little difficult to
yeah.
do.
We do need to move on to another channel, but I think like Stephen, your channel's so awesome. You're such a wonderful teacher. Stephen teaches
Absolutely.
about like communication, and these live streams that you're doing are so good. I was so happy to be able to catch one yesterday. So yeah, I hope that's been some actionable things for you to think about. And oh, here's the thing. I want to do a little giveaway today.
Little
Um,
giveaway.
I know, a little giveaway. It's very exciting. And what I would like to give away today is a 45-minute one-on-one with myself. If anyone wants to like have a chat, brainstorm ideas, get a bit of advice in like ways to move forward with their channel and their growth. So there's a little giveaway tool here that I'm gonna share. You may be, if you've watched StreamYard things, you might be familiar with the giveaway tool. I'm just working it out. What's a good hashtag? So what you have to do. to be in on this giveaway today, this is the slowest sharing of information there's ever been. All right, giveaway tool. This is so cool. I've seen this used on the StreamYard live stream so many times, and I'm like, "Oh, my turn, fun." All right, what's a good hashtag, Terence,
For the
for
giveaway,
this giveaway for 45 minutes? Oh, I'm gonna write 45 minutes. How about
it
that?
works. Keep it simple.
Beautiful. So, all you have to do to be in it to win it is enter in the chat as you see it, hashtag 45 minutes. And then we will, yeah, at the end of this stream, I will announce the winner of the prize. Oh, how fun. Oh, that would have been good. Grow with Claire would have been good, Marianne. Oh, goodness. So many good options here. All right. So if you want to have a little bit more in-depth chat about your channel, type it in. Beautiful. All right. Let's jump into the next channel.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Ready, set. Woo! How about that? It's a crowd favorite. It's a people-pleasing channel, the Creator Classroom. Awesome. Are you familiar with the Creator Classroom, Terence?
Yes, I am.
How could you not be?
Yes, sure.
All right.
Yes.
So this is such a wonderful, wonderful channel. Right, hashtag Creator Classroom in the comments, please. Jennifer will love that. I think she's feeling a little bit unwell today and not here. But yeah, so stoked to be able to share this wonderful channel. So first thoughts, Terence.
Yeah, my first thoughts are again, I like the banner on this one as well.
It's awesome.
Everything it speaks to results. So you know when I click on your channel and I see the face of it and it says learn how to use Canva for YouTube, I know exactly what I'm getting. So I mean it's perfect. Like that's
Mm,
exactly what you want. It's not too wordy. You don't have a lot of graphics and stuff that's going on there that takes, my eyes pretty much everywhere. It's like you telling me what it's about and this is what I'm going to get. It's perfect. Um the arrow you have pointed over there, that's for free trial of Canva Pro. Okay, gotcha. So that works. I'm assuming that's a affiliate link maybe that you have, or just a link that
yeah.
you have there for people to try Canva. That's pretty cool. You have 2,000.5, 2,500 subscribers. That's great.
Yeah, congrats
Uh,
on crossing
yeah,
2.5 thousand,
yeah,
Jennifer.
that's
That's
great.
so, so
That's
good.
really great.
What an achievement.
Um, And then taking a look at the thumbnails, I love the front of that text. I don't have to like squint to look at that at all. Like I can see it, I can back up and see that really great. Canva, better animation, new video transitions, like that looks really good. And you're doing a great job at that 3 to 4 words in your in
Yeah.
your thumbnail as well. So you see how that works. It makes the thumbnail, it looks really clean. So this is a lesson maybe for the past channel too for Steven that like you can
Yeah.
this is an example you can see how those 3 or 4 words just make it work. I really love that the second one down there for the
Uh,
no, go back up. That one,
uh,
first one, I'm sorry, go down to the second row. Yeah, the first one on the second row. That
This one.
face, yes, that
Mm,
face with the yeah, that looks really, really great.
mm.
You see how the expression there, it just kind of intriguing. It's like Canva YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
Um so it's that's something that would probably gain more clicks. I wouldn't be surprised if that's one of the videos that has gotten more. Yeah, I'm looking at it, 131 views and
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
some. Yeah, so you see how that kind of works wonders with that kind of stuff. So yeah, this channel is really good. It's on the right track. I would say the
Yeah.
same things about the titles. So what I'm kind of learning with YouTube now as it's currently working is that it's always been thumbnails and titles and descriptions. I think now the descriptions are almost not even as relevant as all as the thumbnail and the title. The
Mm,
titles, I'm seeing a lot of creators focus more on, those intriguing titles like I was talking about, like making the titles speak to results and what you're going to get for this video. So, like this title here, the last one on that row, lower thirds for YouTube videos, link in the description, icon in Canva. See, that's cool, but it doesn't speak to any kind of like, okay, what am I going to get when I watch this video? Okay, lower thirds
mm.
videos for YouTube, okay, but what is that going to benefit me? So that could be something like, you know, how lower thirds affect your video. So you could speak to something like that for the results of what you get for using lower thirds in your YouTube videos. So that would be something that using videos or using thumbnails and videos 100 times more likes or more engagement by using, lower thirds. See, that would speak to
Yeah.
some sort of result versus just like saying lower thirds in there. So it's really just the titles on this one. Other than that, like the color scheme, she really has a really great, like, the contrast of those thumbnails with those colors, that is really great.
Mhm.
Like, it
Oh,
if I saw that in a row
yeah.
of thumbnails, that would absolutely stick out. So, I mean, keep doing that with the thumbnails. That's
Yeah.
absolutely perfect.
It's so brilliant, and it's really interesting because 'cause I'm, like, obviously a big advocate for putting your own face in a thumbnail,
Mm.
and she's not using her own face,
Mm.
and we still know that this is the same creator. Like,
Yes.
this is just such strong, brilliant, brilliant, strong branding
It
here.
is, really is.
Um, yeah, so awesome, 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 awesome work.
Yeah.
What a bloody legend. Um, Jennifer also does these live streams, which is incredible. Some of them are 3 hours long, which is fantastic. And these are just such a good opportunity for people to get to know her in a better way. I'm really, really glad we got to start with this channel actually, because I know Canva is something that I would have spoken about as we went along, like talking about thumbnails.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I think she's gonna love this when she gets to check
Yeah,
back.
absolutely.
Hashtag the
I mean,
creator
this is
classroom.
yeah, I
Hashtag
think
the
this is
creator
this is one of those
classroom.
channels that, especially with the thumbnails, I think that's a really strong point of this channel, and just like the branding overall, really strong
Mm,
point.
so strong.
Yeah.
She always speaks about how she is surprised that her channel has grown so quickly in the amount of time it's grown, and I'm like, "I'm not." It's so
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah,
And
when you is that's what the growth is about, and maybe this is something that kind of will speak to everybody whose channel we're looking at as well. It's really about just kind of finding the best way to do all of those things and put all of those elements in place that that are best practices, and see how they work for you, and then doing some
mm,
trial and error. If you find one sort of thumbnail is working better than another one, then you have some feedback there to go off of. Same thing with
yeah,
your titles and descriptions, and even the content of your video, the things that you're talking about. If you find that some of the stuff or the way that you say something works better in a particular video, then you may want to consider, like, okay, let me try a little bit more of that. So it's really just this big
mm,
trial and error thing. So you have this enough videos where you've garnered some feedback to know that kind of stuff. And like I say, on top of that, with the feedback, just doing all of these things that are good practices, like the things we're talking about with the thumbnails, the face and the thumbnails, making sure it's only 3 to 4 words, making sure that the font and the wording on it is legible, that people can easily read it.
yeah,
Very contrasty colors in your thumbnails work really, really well because they always
mm,
stick out. If you have someone with just like a basic, say, black thumbnail, and then you have like that orange and blue thumbnail coming right after that, that's always going to stick out. So
yeah.
when you have all of those good practices in place, you're probably on a good path, and you probably will be more likely to gain your subscribers, gain your likes and follows, and all of that you are looking for.
Mm. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I love her. What a
Yeah,
bloody
absolutely.
legend. Let's see who is going to be our next channel. How exciting. I love this so much. This is some of the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Loving Tech Life.
I don't know if that sound effect will ever be, not thrilling to me.
Yeah, you seem to be getting a kick out of it.
I really am, and that's what's important.
That's
All
cool.
right, loving tech life. I'm so happy we are getting to review this channel. This is David, who's in my Facebook group. If anyone's not in that, there's a link in the description to join that Facebook group. Um, and David is always at work while we are doing these live streams, so I'm happy we're able to do this today. First impressions, Terence.
Yeah, same thing. I have to comment on the banner as well. That like
Yeah.
those contrasty colors, they always just work. That yellow on top of the blue looks. I mean, it's when you don't have to squint your eyes and look, like really hard to see what's up. That's always a great thing. And again, it speaks to what the channel is about. It's a tech gaming channel. It's I mean, it's plain and
It's
simple.
clear.
And then you have the thing there with new videos weekly, so that lets, your followers and subscribers know that, they'll be getting something weekly, so that's absolutely great. You have your Twitter handle there. I'm finding that a lot of people too, a lot of the bigger creators, they're putting, like, their social media links in their banner. I'm not sure how what results they're getting from that, but just that's just a tip. I am personally seeing a lot of content creators go that route. They're either putting their social media handles in there or some sort of link to an affiliate thing or their
Mm.
mailing list or something like that. So that may be something that
Yeah.
everyone wants to consider as well.
Yeah, it's one of those things, isn't it, that it's like, I don't know how much of an effect it
Yeah.
has. However, like, if it's there
Yeah.
to use, might as well use it.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. I mean, if you have the space to put it there, I mean, yeah,
mm,
absolutely. It can't hurt anything. So
yeah. I actually have my social links in that area on
mm,
my channel. Should
yeah, I do
anyone
too.
like to connect with me over there, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at this. This
Mm,
channel is uh okay, so he joined in 2010, but I know that's not when he started putting videos out.
yeah.
4 months ago. 4 months
Mm.
ago he started putting videos out. Did you see this one? 1.9 thousand views.
Minimalist gaming setup of 22. Yeah, those I'm finding that those titles tend to they're kind of evergreen. They always tend to do well. So even when I do a video about like my YouTube studio setup or my recording studio setup of 2022, it always gets, a pretty good amount of views. So those kind of
Mm,
setup videos, that those are always something that are kind of evergreen that works really well. So that's probably I'm guessing that's probably a big part of why that video took off.
yeah, yeah, it's awesome. I'd love us to have a little bit of a look at I'm gonna pause it just in case there's any
Sure.
music. There we go. Let's have a little look at the description on this one. Might
Mm,
be interesting. Okay. So we're already an Amazon affiliate. I wonder how let us know when you watch this, David, how is your affiliate marketing going? This is
mm.
a can be a really, really wonderful way to monetize your channel before it is officially monetized, like through YouTube monetization. There's so many different ways that you can do it. Amazon is one of the biggies. So that's
Absolutely.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
So he has the time codes there. That's pretty good. I
Yeah.
tend to like the time codes in videos is something now that I don't quite use as much. I know YouTube has the automatic thing now where, if YouTube automatically does it for some videos, they'll time code the video for you and then they'll have
Mm.
like the different links in the video feed where you can skip to whatever part you want to go to. So I know YouTube does that. I haven't used a lot of the time codes in a while. I found when I started using them that a lot of people would just skip around in the video, which is what it's for. They're supposed to do that. That's why they're there. But it kind of cut down a little bit on my watch time. So rather than
Yeah,
people
right.
watching the video all the way through, they're skipping to certain points. And then,
Mm.
when watch time is something that's important, that's not something that you want. So that may be something to consider with everyone that's using those time codes in your videos. I would
Mm.
probably use them if you have a really long video, say something 30 minutes or longer or something like that, but like a 10-minute video, 8 to 10-minute video, I tend to not use them anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's interesting for like, I think this is really interesting what he's done. These are like all keywords
Yeah,
though. Like, so he's using chapters and time codes in a really smart way, I think.
absolutely, yeah,
Yeah. So, and that's what I sometimes try to do when I do use chapters
sure.
for live streams, particularly because they're quite long
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah, when you have the
replay.
longer videos for sure.
Yeah, yeah. But for this is like a really, I think, smart way of getting a whole bunch of extra keywords in there that you might find like when you're writing a description and you wanna sound like you're still a human while using like, getting lots of keywords in there.
Yeah.
This is this is a very clever way to do it. I also
Yeah,
wanted to
absolutely.
check if he was using lots of video tags, which he is as well, which is, questionable about whether or not that's super duper effective
Sure,
anymore.
sure.
However, there's the option for it, so it can't hurt to add it. So yeah, I think he is doing so, so well, and I'm really excited to see how this channel grows. I'm so stoked to have Loving Tech Life in my community here.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
Um,
cool.
yeah, love
He
it.
seems to have a lot of B-roll and stuff in his videos as well, so that's pretty cool. He's actually showing his studio, his setup, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. Well done.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the video that has, like, the most watch time and all of that to it, so, like, all of the
Yeah,
stats and the analytics on this video is probably pretty high.
yeah, yeah, it's fantastic. My mum is just reminding people to hit the like, folks. Yes, yes, thank you. That'd be fantastic. Thanks, mum. All right, fantastic. Should we jump in and have a look at another one?
Sure.
Beautiful. Do people need a glass of water or anything? I do. I I'm drinking out of this cup here because a couple of weeks ago I just started spilling water all over myself during live streams. It just became like this very
So you had to get,
strange
like, a sippy cup.
yeah, I have to have this sippy cup
I
because I am
understand.
a little baby. All right. Stephen, sounds like is heading off. Keep up the great work and see you online this weekend. Thanks for the tips, Terence.
Yeah, no
Thank you
problem at all,
so much
Steven.
for
Great
being here.
channel.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let's have a little look at the next one. Let's have a look. All right, drum roll. Thank you. Drum roll in the chat. Thank you very much. Beautiful. All right, let's go. Great sound effect. Get playing guitar and ukulele. Awesome. Where are we?
My
Where
kinda
are we?
channel. Another musician channel. Great.
Another
Love it.
musician. We got a lot of
Yeah.
musicians. I think that a lot of musicians have found their way here through uh-oh, where is it? Get playing guitar and ukulele. Was that what it was?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Yes. When Lauren Bateman came on my channel, I think a lot of people came over from that, which is awesome. She
Sure.
has a wonderful Facebook group as well. All right. GLG Tuition, acoustic, electric, ukulele, and bass. I help beginner guitarists play the music they love. Again, very clear what the channel's about.
Yeah, now the colors on this with of course, in contrast to the previous channels that we saw, this is a little less contrasty.
Mm,
Um, I am having to read look on that white text on top of that sort of brown or caramel color, whatever that is. It's kind of a little hard to see. And
mm,
I'm looking at it on desktop. So again, I'm imagining looking at this on like a phone or some sort of mobile device and
yeah.
looking at that and saying that, so I would that's something I would consider maybe changing those colors up a little bit. Again, it's nothing that's like I don't think the channel banners themselves in and of themselves are necessarily something that's going to be like, oh, it's going to bring like thousands of people to your channel. It's just one of those great things to have when you have good branding. So,
Mm,
and it's a good practice to have, and it just kind of adds to the overall aesthetic of your page as well. So, uh, just I don't think this is something you need to again just put a lot of concern into, but with everyone with the banners, this is something I would definitely consider. Just looking at the how you have those contrasty colors, if you have something that can contrast each other as well. So again, like a white on top of black is always going to be seen, you can easily see that. But when you
yeah.
have like these brighter colors like a white, and then you have that caramel color, and you see how the kind of white and the background of that is kind of blending in with the text a little bit. So it makes it a
Yeah.
little difficult to see. But at the same time, outside of that, your channel, like what the text here is great because again, I help beginner guitarists play the music they love. Perfect. Like it's
Yeah.
plain and simple. I know exactly what I'm getting when I come to this channel. He has his
Mm,
social media handles there as well. So yeah, that's absolutely perfect.
yeah,
So
it's
that's the only
fantastic.
thing I would say about the banner. Maybe just consider even like if you use that same picture that looks like a guitar that you have there in the background, if you take that picture and maybe darken it a little and like bring the contrast up, like you can do that in Canva, by the way. So maybe
Yeah,
go back
yeah,
to the Canva tutorial channel and do
yeah.
that. So you can darken that color a little bit and just like bring the contrast up. I think that'll
Mm.
work great.
Yeah, you can even do that in the free version of Canva.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm getting over a sickness at the moment. That's why I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat. But yes, you can do that in the free version of Canva, and I do have a link to Canva in the description of this video if you want to check it out there as well. Um, yeah, I this is wonderful. Great content on this channel deserves loads of success. Yes. Yes, yes, beautiful. And then we also have a comment from my mum who must be watching this on her phone, and she has confirmed that it is hard to read
You
on
tried
the
to read on the
phone.
phone. Yeah, that's what I was like I said, this is the
Mm,
things that I'm always keeping in mind when I'm doing my thumbnails and, doing banners and all of that kind of stuff for my channel. Just making sure that it's legible, that it's easily readable. So I mean
yeah.
those are the kind of things that will always make it stand out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a really good practice. If you are using something like Canva to design your thumbnails, as I'm making them, I'll always zoom it down to the size that it's going to be, like the smallest someone's going to be viewing it at. And
Yeah,
like, is it
absolutely.
still legible
Yeah.
when it's really small? So I really think that that alone is something that is going to help this channel get more views.
Sure, absolutely. And
Um,
just taking a quick look at the thumbnails, I think he has that same issue with a couple of the thumbnails, like that third video there on that row. Like
yeah.
get playing guitar, like I'm having to kind of squint at the screen now. Get playing guitar, group training song lesson 8, 10, 22. Stand by Me. Stand by Me is a great song, by the way. But like again, I'm finding it a little difficult to read the
Mm,
text. So just in your thumbnails. And again, the same thing we said about some of the previous thumbnails, just about making sure that the text is not going over maybe like 3 or 4 words in your thumbnails. Those are kind of the best practices.
mm,
He does have his face in there, which is great. He seems to be using a few of the same pictures for his thumbnail, that's completely fine. I would consider taking a few more thumbnail pictures though, so you have some kind of expressions on your face you
yeah,
know, with it. I mean, he has a great pleasant face. His smile is great, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
as far as what people are looking for when what intrigues people in a
mm,
thumbnail, that may be the case. And then the thing with the titles is the same thing I've said with the previous channels as well. It's like what am I getting when I'm watching a video? Can you click on his most popular videos, the popular
yes.
tag up there at the top? I'm curious what they are.
Wow.
Please breathe. Yeah.
Now this isn't a this is from 13 years ago, so I
Okay,
feel
so
like we
those are
should
old.
try and
Okay, so never mind.
we'll
Okay, so
we'll
he's
scroll
basically
to
kind
a
of
recent here we go.
reinstating an older channel. Okay, no worries.
This is from 4 months ago, and this is his most popular recent video.
Ed Sheeran's Perfect Lesson. You can like everyone can see this. So you can see now how even the text in this thumbnail is at least more easily readable than the first few thumbnails that we saw. So he has these elements going for this video. He has a sort of a different smile on his face in this video as well.
Yeah,
I don't have to squint to look at the text. I can see what's happening. It's kind of like, okay, I'm going to learn Ed Sheeran's Perfect on the ukulele on this in this video. So
yeah,
it's got all of those things going for it. So we can all see that when you have these elements in place, like the things we're talking about, like the more legible text, the
mm,
contrasty colors, the face in the thumbnails, and it's not that wordy and stuff like that. You can see how
yeah,
these videos are tending to just do a little bit better than the ones that are have 30 words in the in the thumbnail,
yeah.
so to speak. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
One thing I did wanna point out that I think is brilliant, and I think if you were to, optimize this thumbnail a bit more, the like, Christmas, it's Christmas, like, if anyone has a music channel, like, be cashing in on Christmas, like, for
yeah,
with views at the
absolutely.
moment. Um, like, that's called a tent pole. So, like, when there are, events that happen throughout the year, it can be a really, really wonderful way to get a lot more views by doing things that are trending at the moment. People are trying to learn Christmas songs at the moment, so that is awesome. I want to jump in and have a quick look at the the description situation.
Mhm.
I reckon lots more in this description. What is your thoughts on descriptions, Terence? I've heard that this
So
is where keywords are picked up the most.
yeah, it's one of those things again now that it seems that YouTube is kind of evolving a bit. I guess that's the word I would use. It's evolving a little bit, and in that evolution, it seems like the descriptions are they're still important for sure, but they're becoming less like important in just in terms of like finding the right things to say in your descriptions and things like that. What I'm finding is that a lot of people are doing, they're just basically repeating a lot of the text that's in their thumbnail. So if you have a thumbnail that says, play Jingle Bells in 15 minutes, then the title or the description would say something like, learn to play this song on the ukulele, learn to play Jingle Bells on the ukulele in 15 minutes. So I'm finding that
Mm,
just that repetition is kind of working a little bit right now. I don't know if that's I'm not I haven't quantified that yet, but it's just something that I'm seeing anecdotally. So that's what I'm saying a little bit. So as far as like all of the keywords, and of course that's always going to be great. If you're doing a song
mm,
like Jingle Bells, you definitely want to have that in your description. That's always going to be something that's a great thing. So definitely go for the keywords. But if when you're speaking to, like, I would say the same thing about the description and the title and the thumbnails, all three of the same. Like they just kind of need to be results driven. Like, tell
yeah,
me what it is that I'm going to get out of this video when I watch it. Am I going to learn to play Jingle Bells in 15 minutes? Am I going
mm.
to, something like that that's going to get my attention? And so that's something. If you want to scroll, I'm sorry, we can come back to the description in a minute. If you want to go back a minute and look at the titles of the videos.
Of all the videos, yeah.
Yes. Um,
Okay. We'll go this way.
Yeah, so yeah, scroll down. Okay, so like this first video, Jingle Bells, haven't heard this song in 10 minutes. Like that's kind of more about you, and you haven't heard the song in 10 minutes, and that's great for you. But what am I going to get when I get out of this video? Versus if you say something like the best way to play Jingle Bells to impress your friends, or the
Mm,
best way to play Jingle Bells at the company Christmas party that you're going to be going to, or something. You see how that's like results driven,
yeah,
and you're telling me what I'm going to get out of this video. So if you focus your titles and your descriptions on more things like that, all of your videos could use that sort of facelift to them. The principles of chord changing. So the principles of chord changing that you never knew about. That's intriguing. Like I've been playing chords. I've been playing chords on the ukulele, or I'm learning, and I didn't know this, that there's stuff I don't know. That's intriguing versus just the principles of
mm,
chord changing. It sounds like a college course. You know what I mean? The principles of chord changing. Stand by Me,
yeah,
playing guitar, group free training. So something like learn to play Stand By Me, like the easiest way to play Stand By Me on the guitar.
mm,
That's giving me a result. Like I'm going to learn this really quickly and easily. So you see how those things work. Again, this is one of these things that's for everybody. And again, this is something that I'm really finding that's working for my channel. So I'm speaking from like stuff that I've
yeah.
tested out and tried this stuff where I've kind of focused the titles on those results, and I'm seeing the results come in from that. So
We're gonna have a little look at your channel. Oh,
sure.
wow, 7.72 thousand. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's very, for what we're speaking about at the moment, it's very, very helpful.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so
So,
creating
yeah,
that
like,
intrigue.
you can kind of tell that's what I've been doing with my titles, like, so, like, that one on the end of the biggest music industry shift is happening now, and that would give, like, people, like, "Okay, what is this shift that's happening in the music industry?" And all of those
Mm,
things. So, the 5 success rules to blow up your music career, that's about your music career. So and it's telling you
mm,
what you're gonna get from it. And with those titles, again, that's what I'm seeing, that's where I'm seeing the most growth from those type of videos when I switch to sort of doing those type of titles. You see my thumbnails, I'm kind of at the 3-word limit.
yeah,
All of them have
yeah,
like
yeah,
3 or 4 words in it, so I'm sticking with that. I'm making sure those
mm,
colors are contrasty. Like you see, I have on the orange shirt and a lot of them, and then that blue background that's kind of contrasty colors. So again, I'm
yeah,
focusing on all of these things when I'm all of these different elements when I'm doing my thumbnails and descriptions and titles and all of that. And again, I'm seeing that it's yielding more results.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Are you intentionally having a, like, Christmas theme with your shirts up in that top row there at the moment?
You know, that's really where I know it's not because it goes like what I started doing is I took a bunch of thumbnail pics. I just like every 3 or 4 months or so, pull out my camera and just take a bunch of thumbnail pics with like 2 or 3 different shirts on, and I just cycle between them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
amazing.
that's kind of yeah. So I don't have to worry about every time I'm making a thumbnail that I have to worry about taking another picture or something like that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's a
That's
good observation. I'm glad that Christmas now I can do some Christmas stuff thumbnails
Yeah,
with those
like,
colors in there.
for channels that, like, have things that they can be Christmassy about,
Yeah,
it's a great idea. It's a great thing
yeah,
to
yeah,
do,
yeah.
and for that channel that we were just looking at, I wonder if, like, a series of Christmas, um, like, there's people that
Tutorials
do,
on
like,
absolutely.
Vlogmas
I
and
think that's
stuff.
Claire, that's a really great idea. So, how
Mm,
to play Jingle Bells, how to play Silent Night, all of these, songs that,
mm,
are Christmas songs, I think would, especially this time of year, will do really well. In this time where
yeah,
people are literally searching for that kind of content, I think they would
that's
do
it,
magnificent. It's a really good
that's it.
observation. Yeah.
Yeah. Marianne says that description is a great place to help drive affiliate links, drive sales to a website, and can also cater for those who may want to get more information through text. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And
absolutely.
Nobu agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Fantastic place for that. I would love to know what was I going to say? I don't know what I'd love to know. Let's do another one.
Sure. That's good.
All right. We're going to share this tab. I'm gonna make sure it's actually on the screen. And who will it be next? How exciting. Fantastic. Kirby enthusiast. Awesome. All right. Where are we? Where are we? Here we are. Brilliant. Dean, who is the Kirby enthusiast, has been a guest on this channel a couple of times and is just such a wonderful, wonderful content creator. So,
That's
first
pretty cool.
impressions for this channel, Terence.
So I'm finding the same thing about the banner here, Kirby enthusiast. All your Kirby needs from only Kirby YouTube feed. So um this is probably I'm guessing is kind of niche. Is Kirby a product?
Yeah, so Kirby is a vacuum cleaner. Let us know in the
Gotcha.
chat who has used a Kirby vacuum cleaner,
Okay.
who's familiar with that. It's yeah, because people who are Kirby fans are apparently like really serious about it.
Okay. So
Yeah,
yeah, this
yeah.
is something that's really niche. So it's probably
Very niche.
yeah, I mean, and that's great. I mean, he's niche down, and that's really great. So he probably has a handle on what that audience is looking for in terms of videos.
Mm,
Again, just the same thing I've repeated already about the banner. I
yeah.
would speak to again something that's a little all your Kirby needs from the only Kirby YouTube feed. That's a cool line, but again, what are my needs? You know, every so like you could say something like I don't know. So the vacuum cleaner, everything you need to know about this vacuum cleaner to help you clean better or whatever, something like that. So that's like, again, something that's a little
Mm,
bit more results driven.
yeah.
um I would consider again those colors as well. It's not bad at all. I can read it because the text is larger, so I can read it. So it's not a huge thing, but I would that's something I would consider as well. Like we talked about one of the other banners where you can kind of just darken that background
Mm.
a little bit and make it a little
It's
bit
just
more contrasty so that text kind of sticks out. It's always weird when you have yeah, that part right there that you're
that
circling, Claire.
section, which is one
Yeah,
of your most important words, which
yes.
we do have doubled up, but
Right. So you see how
mm,
the light on that's flashing off that vacuum cleaner in the background there is kind of white and it's coming onto that Y of Kirby. So it makes it a
mm,
little bit hard to read. And again, we're just nitpicking here. That's nothing that's like gonna make or break your channel, I don't think. But that's
mm.
just as an overall aesthetic to your channel, that's something that I would definitely consider.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look at the most popular videos here. Yeah. So when I first interviewed Dean about this channel, he said that his when he started out, his dad was like, "Who's going to watch a channel about vacuum cleaners?" And he was like, "Let's see." And you see, some of them have 49,000 views,
Yeah.
34,000 views. So it's like he has found like a really, really unique niche.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, like, he definitely
Mm,
seems to have a handle on that niche and what those people are looking for. So, like, the new what was the popular one said? It said, "New Kirby owners watch this." Yeah, that's all those kind of titles always work well. So, it's like when people go out and buy a product, the very first thing they wanna do is look at the video about that product. So
yeah.
the new Kirby owners, the new owner of this piece of even the previous channel, the new ukulele brand owner. I was like, those videos always do well because that's something people are always looking for when they go out and buy that product. They want to kind of be confirmed and, sort of given that peace of mind that, what they know about this vacuum cleaner is going or what they're hoping that works about this vacuum cleaner or whatever the product is going to be true. So those videos
Mm,
always do well.
yeah. We've had a request here from Marianne to look at the About tab and share our insights on what should be in it. So
Sure.
let's do that. Thank you so much for that request.
Sure.
Oh, yep. Here we go. Okay. About. All right. Description. Welcome to my channel, your dedicated Kirby owner's channel. Get the most out of your Kirby. Feel free to subscribe. No matter what Kirby issue or query you have, this is the channel for you, etc., etc. Um, I think that's a pretty solid.
Yeah, that looks pretty solid.
That's pretty
Most of
solid
the
about.
about stuff that I'm finding that a
Mm,
lot of content creators are using the about page for mostly is to put that sort of extra description of the page in there and use it for like affiliate links and brand links and stuff like that. So like if you have a course, if Kirby has a course on say the Kirby vacuum cleaner, like you would post this kind of stuff there,
mm,
or the mailing list kind of things and your contact information like for people or to reach out to you if they want to give you a brand deal or something like that. I'm finding a lot of content creators are putting that there. So
yeah.
that's generally what I'm seeing with the about page. Again, I don't see a lot of creators putting like this massive effort into it like they should be doing with like a thumbnail and a title, but it is something that's important.
Mm. I heard on a live stream the other day the importance of making the description about the viewer rather
Yeah,
than making the video like this is about me. And this does start with welcome to my channel. That's fine. But the
yeah,
next line says your dedicated Kirby owner's channel. Get the most out of your Kirby.
yeah,
No matter what Kirby issue or query you have, this is the channel for you, which I
yeah,
think is a really good example of what it should be. Because
yeah,
no one's like no one's here for uh everyone watches YouTube because they want something for themselves, whether that's
yeah,
like knowledge
absolutely,
or whatever. So you
absolutely.
have to make everything that you do about the viewer. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's
That's
a
why
really good
I always
example.
speak to results. You hear me saying that, repeating that a lot. That tell me what I'm getting when I'm watching this video, or when I come. If I'm going to use my time and give my time to your channel and your videos, at least
Mm,
tell me what I'm getting when I do that. And just an overall tip for everyone: the more specific that you can be about results, and the more concrete that you can be about the results that you're providing, it's always the better. Like again, if you're telling me specifically, I'm going to learn to play the ukulele in or this song on the ukulele in 15 minutes. That's something really specific instead of like learn this song in no time. You know what I mean? So you're still
mm,
saying like no time, but you're doing it, you're being specific. So it's like saying a million, being specific and saying $1 million is more specific than saying a lot of money.
yeah,
Although $1 million is a lot of money, you know what I
it
mean? So
is.
it's like that, the more specific that you can be with, the results that you provide in your thumbnails, in your titles, description, the about page on your channel, it's always the better. That's a principle that I've learned just overall marketing, that when you can be specific about the results that you're providing someone, there it's more likely that, they will patronize your product or your service or your YouTube channel.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love it. This is so much fun, Terence. I'm having
Yeah,
so much
absolutely. I
fun.
always enjoy this. Yeah.
Letting everyone who's watching know we are going to be going for a little bit longer today. Thankfully, Terence has a bit more time.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you all for being here. This is so much fun. And for anyone who has just joined us recently, we are doing a giveaway today where I am going to be giving away. Oh, hang on, I'm not on the right page. This is so highly professional live stream today.
I'm saying,
Share this.
and I'm seeing a note from just I'm looking at the chat now. I'm seeing a note from Shannon, and I think she has a really good. I don't know if she's doing that intentionally or if she's asking that, but she's giving some really good title videos for that Kirby channel. So, which vintage Kirby should I buy? Watch this video before picking out your Kirby.
Oh, wow.
Top 10
Okay.
common Kirby repairs. I'd watch that all that.
This
Yeah,
is a
that
good title. I dated a Kirby salesman. That would be funny for
perfect.
Dean.
That is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Those are some
Okay.
really great titles, and I could see that in a thumbnail. So
Yeah.
that's really great. Which Kirby
And
should I buy? Which vintage Kirby? Yeah, that's something I would watch. The very moment I'm thinking about buying a product, the very first thing
yeah.
I'm doing is going to watch a video on which one of these products should I buy. So that
Yeah,
always works.
yeah.
Yeah.
All Kirby all the time. Okay, Shannon definitely knows what Kirby's are. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Here we go. This is I'm just, like, popping up any comment from Shannon. Which vintage
Yeah.
Kirby should I buy? Watch this before picking out your Kirby. Top 10 common
Yeah.
Kirby repairs. I'd watch
Those are
all
really
of that.
great.
Yeah,
Those are great titles.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Marianne says that's a great about page. Yeah, we'll look at some other about pages as we go through and I'm
Yeah.
jonesing for a Kirby right now. Fantastic. Yeah, awesome. All right. You are both doing a fantastic job. I start teaching soon, but we're so curious and circle back for reviews if my channel pops up. I will definitely let you know. I'll send you a message if we get around to it. Hopefully, we do. Awesome. Okay. Yes. So, what I was going to say is if anyone is just jumping in now, I'm doing a giveaway. I am going to do a 45-minute one on one with whoever is the winner. All you need to do is enter hashtag 45 minutes into the chat and we've got 7 entries. Oh, that's lovely. That warms the very cockles of my heart. And yeah, we'll be announcing this at the end of the live stream today. So cool. I'm gonna pull up the next one and I'm gonna one day I'm gonna get really good at navigating the backstage of StreamYard. It's gonna be fantastic. But until that day, I just hey Drew Bentley guitar, make sure it's one word. I see you've put in hashtag 45 minutes. Put in I was gonna put it in myself and then I was like, oh wait, I don't want to win the prize. um uh I'm gonna can someone write hashtag yes, great. Love it. Beautiful. Love it. You should be in there now. That's fantastic. All right. So, Wheel of Fortune. Can we get a drum roll in the chat? We love a little drum roll. And here we go. Fantastic. Dr. Vanessa, I saw you in the chat earlier, I think. So thank you so much for being here. Awesome to have you here. Let's jump into this channel right now. All right. Dr. Vanessa, 4.54 thousand subscribers. That's awesome.
I love the contrasting colors of the banner. The text sticks out really well.
Mm.
Again, same thing I've said, learning biology with Dr. Vanessa. That's great. I'm curious. Um, is it like I think I would be a little bit more specific with that banner and what you're teaching on your channel. Learning biology is, I mean, it's sort of specific, but it's still general. Biology, I'm sure, as you know, you could probably speak to this better than I could, but it's a wide subject of things.
Mm.
So Is it like learn biology for college courses or, for high school or, if you niche it down to be a little bit more specific about that, I think that would work a little bit better. So
Mm,
learning biology for, first year college students or something, whatever the case is that you're teaching. So I would be curious as to like the type of content that you're teaching in your videos and maybe just kind of speak to that in the banner a little bit. Other than that, the banner's perfect. I mean, the kind I see the colors on it. I can
yeah.
glance at it and read it. So it's
Big
perfect.
fan of the skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the skeleton. That's
That,
really,
that-
really fun.
that's definitely pretty cool.
Let's go straight to the about page and see what's going on in here, and that might give us a bit of better idea about
Yeah.
what the
About,
content is.
yeah.
So here we go. I'm a scientist doing what I love, learning more about various topics in science and educating others. I've taught at the university level for over 8 years. Courses that I have taught include anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, biology 1. Wow, this is very that's lots of science,
Yeah.
microbiology and
Mhm.
histology. I've opened this channel in hopes of creating a love of science in others, educating the public, and helping those who may be struggling in their course. Yeah. So that is all awesome. But I would say what we're talking about earlier with the like what does the think about what does the audience get out of watching this and just maybe make a few shifts in there. Um, you know what I mean, Terence?
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely agree. I was thinking the same thing as you read it.
Mm.
The that third sentence there, I would probably start with there. I've opened this channel up in hopes of creating love and science in others. That's
Yeah.
already about at least about speaking to others. I would still be a little
Mm.
bit more specific, educating the public and helping those who may be struggling in their courses. Again, it's kind of one of those things. I think I would kind of want to know what the specific type of content, biology content that you're teaching about or that your channel is about,
Yeah.
and then maybe you could speak to that in your description. So,
Mm.
again, this channel is about helping first, your college students through their biology courses or biology majors in college or,
Yeah.
people in high school that are going to be biology majors. So it's a little bit more specific than just the overall subject of biology. And
Mm.
maybe again, Dr. Vanessa, I'm sure you know biology as you're teaching it. So I may be speaking to something that I'm not aware of. But again, just to me as a viewer in my mind, biology is a very vast subject. So if I wanted to learn, it seems to me that if I was wanting to learn something about biology, it would be for something more specific, like a college course or,
Mm.
passing the some sort of exam for school or something like that. So maybe consider that with your descriptions.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I also am curious as to where like so I'm assuming that this is aimed at university or college students.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me. Um but university and college classes in different parts of the world are pretty specific, I think. Like, so it might also be worth making a mention of like, where in the world, like, I don't know. I didn't go to university. I didn't even finish high school. There's a little bit of fun information about me.
Yeah.
But yes, I think it could be worth putting, like, perhaps even where you got those, like, that would give a bit of information as well, like listing your credentials, but also where from, um,
Yeah,
might
absolutely.
help inform the content and just, like, getting really specific about who the content's for, I think is gonna be really, really helpful for this channel. And if
Absolutely.
we go to the videos, if it is aimed to, towards university students, um I love the kids' corner, but it feels like it's a different niche to me.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that title. Can you I'm curious about that cholesterol. What is it video? I'm guaranteeing. Yeah. I nailed it. I couldn't see how many views it got because it was, the title was under our picture here.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I was looking, I was like, I bet that video has more views than everything. See,
Yeah.
it answers a question. It's that curiosity that we're talking about. And you see
Mm.
she only has 3 or 4 words in the title. The thumbnail is, again, you have that yellow and white on the black. It's not a bunch of different colors and things like that. It has all of the elements. So we're seeing this repeated over and over when you have these these foundational principles that we're talking about with the thumbnails and the descriptions and stuff like that, they're always the more popular videos. They tend to work,
Yeah.
10 times better. And again,
Mm.
it's just as we're seeing that repeated over and over. So again, if I'm wondering what cholesterol is, if I'm a guy over a certain age, or anybody over a certain age, and I have cholesterol issues, and I'm wondering what I can do to fix my cholesterol issues, or whatever the case may be, and I'm wondering about cholesterol, this is a video that I would watch. It speaks to exactly what it is that I would want. Versus
Mm.
again, like your first video, say something like Kids Corner, fun experiments and kid chemical reactions. That's cool. That's like a fun video to watch, but again, it doesn't speak to anything that specific for me. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to get from watching fun experiments and chemical reactions other than some entertainment? And if your channel is more about education than it is entertainment, you kind of have an entertainment video here when you should be doing more educational stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And
Well,
again,
let's
it
have a
doesn't mean that it won't don't work. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do some of these videos, some like off videos like this sometimes. They absolutely can, provide a break in the monotony. So sure. But just in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah.
just overall general practices, that's just maybe
Mm.
something that you want to look at.
And that's the thing I think, like, it is really important to not I think it's important not to freak yourself out too much about, like, "Oh, is this the right niche?"
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
okay
I
to do things
wholeheartedly
that are a little
agree.
bit
Yes.
different from time to time, but let's have a look at what's most okay. Wow.
You
There's
see, that's another question. What is mRNA? Just like what is cholesterol? You see, those are her better videos. It has the
83,000 views,
intrigue.
amazing.
Yeah, it has the intrigue there. It has the curiosity, like what exactly is this thing that everybody's talking about? This mRNA. That was the thing that we're talking about. That's in the and Dr. Vanessa, if you're here, you can correct me, but I think that's the type
Yeah.
of thing that was in the shot. I was trying not to say
Yeah,
it. I
yeah,
don't know if
yeah.
they're still demonetizing channels for saying that, for talking
The
about that.
the, um,
Yeah.
the
So
thing that
about the shot.
happened.
So yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that there was a lot of interest in that. So it came out a year ago when all of this was kind of the talk of the town, and it was
Mm.
kind of popular. So people were wondering about it. Was probably a timely video as well. So it works out perfectly. I completely understand why that's one of her most popular videos.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also very, uh, audience specific, and I like, it seems like maybe that, the one for the kids was, the kids corner was maybe a once off, it's looking
Yeah,
like.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's cool. I like you
Fine.
said, it's nothing to stress about. It's not like you're gonna people are most likely they aren't going to unsubscribe for you doing a video like that every now and then. So it's not that huge big of a deal. It's just we're talking
Mm.
about just like the general practices of things, just to kind of keep some consistency in your channel.
Yeah, yeah. And then even in this thumbnail, the kids corner thumbnail, thinking again about, like, if that thumbnail was viewed on a smartphone and
Yeah,
really, really
you can
small,
barely see the text. Yeah.
yeah, just bigger text
So
for
just as an experiment, just really quickly scroll up to all of our, and I'm curious right before you scroll. So let's watch for all of the thumbnails that only have like 3 or 4 words in them, and see if those videos are doing better than the ones with more words in them
okay.
as you scroll.
What is asthma?
What is asthma?
Yeah.
It's one of the better ones. Versus the types of chemical reactions, you have a little bit more words there, which is that's not too much, but again, still have that kind of thing going on. Uh, what is an enzyme? What is it? When you're answering specific questions, we have the S. What's the acronym, Claire, that Think Media does? Asking specific questions. So
ASQ.
ASQ. Yeah.
Yeah.
So answering specific questions, she's doing that really great. So
Mm,
I'm not surprised if the thumbnails with the cleanest thumbnails that has the least amount of words, things like that, are the
mm.
better videos.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look. I wonder if she's yes. Okay, cool. There we go. She's utilizing playlists, which is awesome because she's got all
Yeah,
of
that's
her kids'
cool.
corner stuff in a specific playlist. And when you do go, I'm opening up on videos here. Um, but yeah, so it looks like she is prioritizing the kids' stuff at the moment, which is totally fine. Just
Yeah.
because that playlist is the top playlist, it's totally fine. But it's like, I think, get really specific about that up here, maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know. What do people think? Let us
And
know
then
in the
maybe
comments
she's
what you
finding as
think.
well, like I said, a shift in content on your channel. Maybe she's discovering just from the feedback that she's getting that her niche is kind of moving toward that way. And again, if that's the case, that's what YouTube is about. You remember I just spoke about like trying to find basically using feedback that you're getting and trying to, give the people what they want in terms of the feedback that you're getting. So maybe
Mhm.
that's what she's finding that that's where the content people are wanting more. So she's going that direction. And I think that would be completely fine.
Yeah. Awesome. I think this is a fantastic channel. I am not
Absolutely.
surprised that you have so many subscribers and wish you all the very best with the
Absolutely.
continued growth of your channel. Let's have a look at another one. Oh, who will it be? I wonder. Who will it
Time for the
be?
wheel.
Time for the wheel and time for another sip out of my sippy cup.
Mine too. Jessica.
Jessica. Awesome. Cool. Let's have a little look here. Where are we? Jessica. Beautiful. Jessica Horning, new videos every week. Fantastic. It's all looking very autumnal.
Yeah,
Do you-
very clean banner. That's very clean. I like that.
yeah. Yeah, I like it a lot. Let's have a look at the about section here. Hi, my name's Jessica Horning. I'm a wife and a first-time mama. Congratulations, that's wonderful. Come join the ride of being a full-time homemaker as I learn along the way and share online. You can expect encouragement and motivation towards serving your family and living a purposeful life. That's very nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Beautiful. Wow, I like this. Prepping my nest for postpartum with no stress.
Mm,
All right. So I feel like this channel is really, really clear about who it's serving, which is
yeah.
really nice.
So is it actually let me see, Claire, go back up to the top one more time. Um Actually, I would kind of say that it is a little ambiguous about who your audience is. I get from your description, if I would have gone to your description tag, I'm assuming that again, at you as a first time mom and things like that, that's who you're serving, or as a as a wife or something like that. But when you
Mm,
go back to that homepage again, Claire, or the videos page, whichever one you were just on, yeah, I'm
yeah.
not so new videos every week, so I'm not sure again what it is that I'm getting from your channel. Like,
Mm,
is it first time mom videos and you're teaching mothers, what you've
yeah,
learned
yeah,
about being a mother? Is it about being a wife or whatever?
yeah. To
So
be fair, I was
that's
looking at
something that's
this
kind of
one.
not clear to me yet.
Yeah.
I would have to kind of click through your videos to kind of find out. Even with your titles, let me see, pregnancy updates, November meal plan. So you kind of have this from what your thumbnails and titles are telling me, it's kind of like you're a little bit all over the place. I mean, not just scattered out or anything, but you kind of have multiple things going on rather than
Mm.
something specific. So again,
It
the
could be
pregnancy
cider.
update. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Scroll up a little bit, Claire. Or down rather. Yeah. So meal plan. So it seems like you have a
Oh,
few
we've got a lot
videos
of
about
food,
meal
haven't we?
plan. Yeah.
I
Have a
wonder
few
what's
videos.
doing the best.
Yeah. Pregnancy tests. How I cloth a diaper with these, taking a sneak peek at gender tests. So yeah, then there's the more popular videos do seem like they're more like streamlined and they're more niched. So
Mm.
that's now I can see when I'm looking for this, it seems like the channel is more about the first time mom journey and stuff like that. That's what it looks like from this part. But just looking
Mm,
at the
mm.
regular page, I'm unclear on that. So maybe again, that's something that you may want to get clear on, Jessica,
Yeah.
just to see just to have some clarity in that what is the people getting, this is a common thing Claire and I both keep saying, like, what are people getting from the channel? So again,
Yeah.
in your in your banner, you have new videos every week, but new videos about what? You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
So and I think you'll find it easier as you're making videos. It seems like you haven't been really consistent. You have a video that's 8 months ago and then one 6 months ago. What is
I'm
that
in
most?
popular. Let's have a look at
Oh, you're in the
most.
most popular. Okay, so
No,
3 weeks
she's
ago. So 2 weeks. Okay, so you're going pretty much once a week.
yeah, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
she's about once a week. Okay, so that's great. So never mind what I just said. But
So I guess, like,
um
if this is for, new mums,
Mhm.
um, it's then this makes sense, prepping for
Yes.
postpartum,
Yes.
and I think that the sourdough things and the cooking things and stuff can make sense if it's tied into the new mum journey.
Yes.
Like, if this
Absolutely.
is like, I don't know, like, I'm at home, nothing to do, super pregnant, I'm gonna make bread. I don't know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
do
You know,
you
or let me see, a week with my sourdough starter. So if that's a first time mom thing, you know, why sourdough bread is great for first time moms or,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So you see how that makes it about other people. So the
Yeah.
November meal plan. So maybe like um fall meal plan for first time moms or fall meal plans for struggling moms, at home mothers, stay at home moms or something like that. So
Yeah.
it gets a little bit more specific than just saying a November meal plan.
Yeah, like,
Um,
who's the meal plan for?
yeah. How to
25
so
great meal ideas for, like, uh, for new mums.
yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's perfect. And then even the
Yeah.
first video there, the prepping for postpartum. So maybe how to prep for postpartum as a first time mom.
Mm. Mm.
So it just again, it's just those little small changes that you may want to think about that gets a little bit more specific about what it's offering people.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I mean, I think the thumbnails look pretty good. Again, I would consider those. I think what I personally, and this may be just a personal thing to me, and it is a personal thing for me. I think what I like to see, and even when we looked at my channel, I like to see some sort of consistent things that look consistent across the channel. Like when I see a thumbnail, I kind of know it's from a particular channel. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I don't know if
Mm.
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
like
Like,
we saw in the creator classrooms.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
so maybe
like,
that's something that
very
you may
clear.
wanna consider as well. I can kind of see that from this, so it's not there, but I think I would maybe just a little bit better at tightening that up. That second video there, last trip away as a family of 3, it's a lot of text there, and it's really small, so it's hard to see. So, again, the same things we've kind of repeated about thumbnails and stuff before, I think would apply to this one.
Mm. Yeah. We have a question from Shannon here. How do you stay on brand when life changes, when it's a life vlog? That's a very good question.
That's a very good question. Here's the thing, Shannon. This is even Think Media did a video about this recently and about how kind of vlogs are kind of not a thing anymore. It's not that they can't work and not that they just absolutely are gone and that they don't work. I think just with vlogs in general, there's a big of a bit of an uphill journey that you may be facing because vlogs are just not a big thing like they were 5, 6, 7 years ago. But if it's a blog, I think it's crazy because the question you're asking is kind of a catch 22 because the life changes that you would be experiencing would be the blog. If
Mm.
a vlog is about your life and then your life changes, then it's that's what it's about. So unless it's the case with a vlog where you're doing something specific about your life while you're blogging. So again, if you're vlogging about being a first time mom and then your child grows up and then they're 15 years old, you're no longer a first time mom. That would be a little bit different. You would have to shift some stuff there. But if the vlog is
Mm.
more general about just like your life journey, about what you do as a doctor, an artist, a musician, or whatever, and that kind of stuff changes, maybe you move somewhere to a different location or stuff like that, the vlog just
Mm.
follows that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know what I mean? I think it would just depend, Shannon, on the specific things that you would be talking about in your vlog. If it's based on something that's niched and specific to a particular
Yeah.
thing, that's probably where you would be concerned about that, where you would have to shift branding again. If your child is now 15 years old, you're not a first time mom anymore. So you would have to
Mm.
shift that. But again, just the overall life stuff, that is the vlog. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that I would really love to have a guest on this channel who is a vlogger who's started recently, who's doing really well.
Yeah.
Because I think that it can still work.
Sure.
But it's
Absolutely.
it's interesting, like, yeah, they are about, even though they're vlogs, it's not like, "My vlog number 3" is not the
Yeah.
title.
Yeah, yeah,
It's about something specific, like,
yeah.
each vlog is about a specific thing. Um, but yeah, I think you're right, it just because you become the brand when
Yes.
you're a content creator, it just can go with you.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and, like, Catherine Manning has done that, and do you follow Catherine Manning at all?
I don't.
Oh, she's so wonderful. And started out doing like YouTube, like editing videos and like how to do this and how to do this and how to do this, and has completely shifted her niche because she was like, I want to show people the house that I'm building and renovating. And with that, you like if you are doing a massive shift on your channel, you do, I think, have to accept that you will drop, like you will lose subscribers
Sure.
with every video that you post. So it's just yeah, but it can totally be done,
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How are we going for time for you, Terence?
I'm good. Let's get a few more in.
Sweet. Awesome. All right. Who will it be? Who will it be?
Wheel time.
Wheel time. Time for a wheel. Time for a sippy cup. Wonderful. Oh, I don't know if I'll ever get sick of that sound effect. That's fantastic. All right, beautiful. Where are we? The financial diaries. Awesome. Share this tab instead. Fantastic. Cool. What do we think of that contrast?
Yeah, really great. Yeah. Again, when I can glance at it and read it, it's perfect. Yeah, it's it's good. That
Mm,
black on blue, it's not you don't have like 100 different colors there. I can read it. The text at the bottom, personal finance, business, psychology, personal development. That's pretty cool. Um I guess that is the part that speaks to what the channel is about and then what people are getting. So it's there.
mm.
Um just maybe think about making that a little bit bigger text if you
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
That's
I'd
that's
stretch
neither.
it out. The whole
Yeah,
if you're
you
not
can stretch that, yeah.
using the social media
Yes,
taggy things at the end here, I'd be
yes,
stretching that out the whole way to make it really
definitely.
clear what it's about. But thumbnails are
Great. I
excellent.
love that text, yeah, you can see it, you can read it really well. I can tell when that's shrunk to a size of a mobile phone or something like that, you can read that really well, so
Mm.
5 hacks to take control of your mind, 5 ways to rewire, how to attract 12 surprise his titles are great. 12
Really great
surprising habits.
titles. I'm curious about the like, I feel like these videos should be getting more views than they're getting.
How many subscribers does he have? 175?
175.
That's actually
Yeah.
not bad. Rewire your brain's IQ level. Go to the popular ones.
Some of them are huge. Here we go. 1.4. 8 assets you must own to get rich. Fantastic. And
Those are
like,
great titles.
they're
Those
such
are
good
really great titles.
titles. Yeah.
I think we all can take some some lessons from these titles. Fastest way to stop overthinking. All of these titles are about ways that people can, the things that I've been saying so far in all of these channels that they speak to results. If I want to
Yeah.
stop overthinking quickly, this is the fastest way to stop overthinking. It's like there, like, so it's really, really clear. And the same thing I
Yeah.
was just saying a while ago about the sort of consistency with the thumbnails and channel, you see that all here. You see
Mm.
it's just all there. You see the consistency in the colors, the branding and things like that. So it
Mm.
looks really great.
Yeah, and like the cleverness of putting a picture like, if people are thinking about wanting to get rich, whacking Warren Buffett
Yes.
on your thumbnail there, like
You have an
that's
authority
brilliant.
figure. Yeah. Same
Build
thing with
building authority
looks
that way.
looks like, yeah, Jeff Bezos on that one. So yeah,
Mm,
definitely. You have that
yeah,
authority figure on your thumbnail. That's great.
that's really, really clever. I am very curious about like I think that these are such great thumbnails.
It looks like he may be going
I wanna
videos
click on
maybe
this.
every 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, I think there needs to be more in these descriptions.
These 12 bad habits are damaging your brain power intelligence. Okay.
These 12
Oh, yeah.
bad
Oh, that's
habits
all of it?
yeah, that's the entire
Oh,
description.
I was waiting for you to scroll. Yeah,
No, no.
definitely.
These 12 bad habits are damaging your brain power and intelligence. You struggle to memorize things as a student. Oh, I'll give that a like and give this video a like if you're watching.
Yeah,
Thank you. But you struggle
yeah,
to memorize things as a student, right? Do you desire great achievement yet struggle to properly plan? Watch this video until the end to find out what the 12 habits are that are to blame for your weak brain function. Just fill this. You get 5,000 characters in your description, and that is like, we're pretty sure that is the thing that helps YouTube's brain to understand what the video is and who it's
sure,
for and who might want to watch it. So filling that out with things that people might type in to get them to this video, that's what you want to be doing in your descriptions.
sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
And I
definitely
think
build that out some more. I mean, put all of your contacts and stuff down there. If you have links to the equipment that you use to record your videos, the software, you could use all of
mhm.
that stuff, and you're just fill that whole section out down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could
Even
put,
like
and then when you have those keywords in there as well, that helps. So
yeah, absolutely. And
yeah.
like my channel started out as a personal finance channel, and something that I used to have in my descriptions was my reading list.
Mm,
Um, so like books that I have read that I love, or books that I want to read, or whatever. I had a reading list there for people, and often I would get people clicking on the video because of the name of that book, not necessarily because
sure.
of. And I mean, is that cheeky? Is that cheating? I don't know.
I
Do we
mean,
think
if
that's
it
cheating?
works, it works. You know,
Yeah,
that's just it's about the results. So if it works, it works. Looks
yeah.
like he has a lot of that kind of text art in his videos. That I've seen those work pretty well as well. So
Mm.
that's probably a good thing.
Yeah, I think it's great. I think this channel's doing so well, and just, like, keep on doing what you're doing, but,
Yeah, that's
fill
what I
out
would
those
definitely say too.
descriptions. Yeah, I think it's fantastic, a great example,
Yeah,
especially of those thumbnails, they're fantastic.
yeah, they're really
Alright,
good.
I would really love to make sure we get some of the people who are watching who are in this list. We've still got a lot of channels to get through, so,
Sure,
I see Shannon there, so should we jump in and do a
absolutely.
um we'll do some of the people that I can see in the chat. So say, pick me if you have
Hmm.
submitted and we haven't done your channel yet. All right. Less fun than the Wheel of Fortune, but that's all right. Okay. Beautiful. So, where are we? So Shannon has an art channel.
Looks like she's
And
been
I
doing
don't
a
know
lot
if
of
you
shorts.
recognize this here, but that's that's my brother becoming me.
Wow.
I
Oh,
know.
that's
So
really cool.
Shannon's like an incredible artist.
That is really cool.
Isn't that awesome? I could watch
Yeah,
this
that's
again
really
and again
cool.
and again and again. But probably people want to say some other things as well. All right. So Shannon doesn't have any cover art.
Okay, yeah, that's where I would start definitely do that.
Yeah.
It's just something that lets people know what your channel is about, you know?
Yeah.
So you get, again, it's about that overall branding. I always liken YouTube to, like, and I tell a lot of musicians about this, about the about the sort of terrain that we work in, but YouTube is the same way. You know, you imagine yourself on this big, huge, in this big, huge stadium of people, and everybody has a channel that's saying, watch me, watch me, watch me, look at what I can offer, look at what I can do.
Mm,
And you're wondering what in that sort of arena, what makes your channel, or what would make your content stand out over everyone else's content that's saying, watch me, look at me too. And it's, again, these simple things. It's like having that consistency, that branding, to say, hey, I'm a legit channel. So if
mm.
people are looking for reasons to, subscribe to your channel and want something legit, you have that there, versus just having a channel that looks like you upload some videos every now and then.
Yeah. Well, Shannon is saying that that she has nothing, which is not true. That's
No, you have
definitely
something. It
you
looks like
have
you have some really
something.
great videos, and I mean, your artwork is amazing, so it's you have something for sure.
Yeah, you definitely have something. You actually
Yeah,
have so much, and I'm very grateful to have you in my life, Shannon. So there you go. This channel has no live videos, yet it will in the very near future, I believe. That's exciting. Shannon's going to be doing live streams with my brother, where they're going to be sketching people and interviewing them and talking about life, which is really, really exciting.
cool.
So all right. What's some actionable stuff we
Yeah, I
can
think
give
that
to
that's what
Shannon
I was
here?
thinking. I think the same things kind of apply here across the board, what we've been saying about everyone else. The titles, so that 4th video there, knees, healing, expression, and gratitude, a drawing of OFC. That sounds like something that I would know if I was in your circle. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I'm not sure what OFC is. So if
I
that's
think it's
something that
of course.
is it what?
I think it's of course, but
Oh,
the
and
point is
drawing,
that
of
not
course. Oh,
everyone
okay.
knows.
So, yeah, see, that's like that
Mm,
text language that's that I wouldn't be
yeah.
familiar with.
Lol,
So,
OMG.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's probably because 'cause I'm just out of the loop, so that's my thing, but, yeah, just those specific things, like, what are people getting out of this? Like, this I get the knees, healing, expression, and gratitude, so maybe you could word that in a way that this drawing gives you healing, or the best drawing this sort of listing the top ways to draw that gives healing or something like that. Anything that you can make that just specific about what people are going to get out of the video, if it's something specific that you are trying to give people from that video. So maybe
Mm,
when you're creating your videos and you're creating your content and your titles, just always be thinking about what is it that I want people to get out of this video, and then whatever you come up with, put that in the title and the thumbnail. It's pretty
yeah,
much how it works. So
yeah.
um, pretty
I
much everybody
really
we would kinda have to listen to some of the videos, and I know it's kinda dangerous 'cause they may have music and stuff in them, and that's a sort of no-no. But the other thing about all of these channels we've seen so far are just they're great. They're in the game. They're not, like, horrible by
mm,
any stretch of the imagination. So, like, and the same thing
yeah,
with
they're
Shannon's
all
channel here.
awesome. And
Yeah, the
do you
same.
know, like, something really important to note with like, Shannon, you're always talking about how you've done nothing, and it's not true. Like, just putting your first video up is something that a lot of people never do. So
So true.
just getting that first one done is like it's amazing.
Absolutely.
And also I think some of like it also depends on the intentions of your channel. Like, because is your channel, Shannon, is it aimed for people that are already in your circle? Because if that's the case, then these what does colloquial mean? I don't know what that word means. Shannon
Like,
says,
yeah, it's colloquial, like a sort of off term or off brand or something like that. She's saying she's kind of colloquial. That word is always hard to say. So
it's very
like
hard.
a colloquialism is it like a term that means something that's something else. So I get what she's going for. I can't give you the
Hmm.
exact definition, but I know what she means by it.
Yeah, I think it's like if intentionality, yes, Dylan says so too. Yeah, it's like I if your intention is for this to be content for people that are in your circle, then it's fine. But if you want it to reach a larger audience, which I think that it should, because you're immensely talented, and have so much to share with the world in regards to your like poetry and genius and artwork, and yeah, I just
Yeah,
think I'm a big fan. I'm such a big fan. Um, that yeah, getting really specific in those titles of like why should people watch them and what are they going to get out of it? Because I suspect that you are probably a very good teacher, whether you realize that about yourself or not. And I think that's one of the reasons people watch art channels, I think, is because they want to learn how to do their own art. Uh,
absolutely.
so that's something that I think incorporates your wonderful personality, and also is something that people who aren't in your circle know that know what they're gonna get out of it if they click on it, so that they have an opportunity to get to know you in your wonderful, wonderful ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Let's jump into another one.
Well, right before we do that, just a quick hack, Shannon. One of the things I was thinking about
Yep.
this is that I think you have something that is valuable. I think what I would be doing with your channel, the way you have it now, I would be gearing this all up for selling your services because you have
Yes.
some really, really great artwork. And as I was looking, I was thinking, it's funny that we've been talking about the artwork of the channel banners and all of this kind of stuff. If that's something that you know how to do and you can design stuff like that for people, that's a niche market that really has
Mm,
a gap in it that you could fill for services. And even things like this, I have you can't see it here, but I have a painting up on my wall where somebody did a drawing similar to that for me. They did it on an iPad and they put me like in this Superman costume and it was really cool. And I have it framed on my wall. So I'm a person that likes art and I'm always looking for art and stuff like that, and especially
mm,
digital art where NFTs and stuff are popular now. You can definitely be setting your channel up to sort of put your content out there to show people what you can do so that you can set up a service that you can provide people to give them that art that they maybe want to look for. I think that's a
mm.
great hack that you're on the right path for that already. So
Yeah,
yeah, for what it's
beautiful.
worth. But yeah, you could definitely make a business out of that if that's something you were interested in.
Absolutely. Oh, you're so good. You're so, so good. I now, I f how do people feel about how are you going for time, Terence?
I'm good. Let's get a few more in if you want.
Alright, sweet.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So I wanna, go back to the wheel because I don't think anyone else jumped in and said, "Don't miss me, don't miss me." So we'll jump back to the wheel and everyone have a sip of water if you want. Mm. It was a very, very funny thing when I spilt that water on myself the other day. It was it was truly an awkward moment, and, the person I was interviewing was like, "Do you need to fix that up?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." And I sat there with a completely full lap of water. Oh, Drew
Wow.
Bentley guitar says, "Don't miss me." So, yeah, I sat there with a completely full lap of water for the rest of the chat.
Wow.
Alright. Drew Bentley guitar, your guitar sensei. That's fantastic. Awesome.
Nice banner. I can see what it's about. Of course,
Fantastic
the
banner.
guitar channel would be speaking to teaching guitar, so I get that completely.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So many musicians, hey? Have
that's
we
pretty cool. Fellow
Yeah, yeah.
musicians. I'm a guitar player too, so you can't see it here, but well, you can kind of see the end of one of my keyboards here. That's a keyboard there. So, well, you can't see my guitars in the corner over there. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but so yeah, fellow musician, cool.
Yeah, fantastic.
Um, the
So
same thing there. The thumbnails, relaxing guitar. That's cool. Um, but again, and I am seeing some consistency in the thumbnail, so that's great. It looks like it's your channel and your branding, so that's cool. It looks like you're teaching specific songs, Can't Help Falling in Love, How to Play Help Falling in Love. Yeah, so that's pretty good.
mm,
The pentatonic scale with sweet chromatic notes, pen the playing the 5-note pentatonic scale with some chromatics in there. Cool. Um I guess I'd be curious to see, and I guess I kind of know this as a musician myself, but like, what are the guitar players and stuff that are looking for
yeah.
in the sort of musician or the niche that you're teaching? Do you teach a specific type of guitar? Is it like rock guitar? Is it like classical guitar? Is it like jazz guitar or something like that? I think I would kind of want to know that a little bit more, or at least not necessarily that's what your channel branding needs to be, but like with each title of your video, if you're doing something more specific like that. So you have two videos that says, is that a mistake? No, but it's two different videos. You have relaxing guitar number one and relaxing guitar number two. I get
Mm,
it. It's relaxing guitar, but again, how does that benefit me? So you could change that to something to like how to play guitar or how to play relaxing music on a guitar or something like that. Again, that would benefit me. So I know what I'm getting out of that video versus
mm,
it seems like one of these channels that I would pull up, or the relaxing guitar title seems like a video I would pull up when I'm studying or something I could just listen to in the background.
Mm. And
You
if
know what I mean?
that's the case, if that's what it's for, 'cause looks like these ones, they are specifically for that,
Yeah,
for
so maybe
studying
so.
music. So this could, like, you could push that out to, if I'm sitting down and studying, if that's what I'm coming to your channel 'cause I want, relaxing
Mm,
guitar music, I want that to be at least an hour long.
yeah,
That's so, which is an opportunity to potentially get, like, a lot more watch hours happening as well.
absolutely.
Um, yeah. But, yeah, I wonder, let's have a look. Are they in playlists? Yes, so we've got, beginner guitar lessons,
That's good.
really good use of playlists.
Yeah.
That relaxation playlist should be high, in my opinion. Um, because there are people who will there's a white noise video that I myself have watched, like, probably 1,000 times, and it goes for 8 hours. Like, it's my companion when I'm studying, which is awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Shannon says that your thumbnails are great. And Drew says, look for the playlist Karate Belt System. Okay. Okay, I will.
So a fellow martial artist too. I have a black belt in kung fu, so I know where you're going with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, white belt, no stripes. So he's basically yeah, it's karate. It's Japanese art. Orange belt.
That's really, really cool. And I believe you'll hear from Lauren Bateman's channel, where she is very overt about her love of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes,
Um,
I remember she had
and
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles T-shirt on last time.
yeah, yeah, she always does. She loves it.
Yeah.
Or a Superman t-shirt. So what playlist are we looking for again?
The something about I forgot what it was. The karate system, something. I forgot what it was.
Okay. Playlists. Oh, look for the playlists Karate Belt System. Yes,
Mm,
that's what we
yeah.
were noticing. That's so clever. And it's just another way for your audience to connect with you. Which is, as we know, is just fantastic.
I would
Um,
be careful though about combining those 2 things. I as a musician and a martial artist, I completely get where you're going. But someone who's not and someone who's just a guitar player, they may not get that, that relation between like
mm,
white belt and orange belt as beginners. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
maybe instead of using that, um, or maybe you could even put it in like parentheses or something like that. So if you're doing like guitar lessons for the white belt guitar players or something like that, and then you put in parentheses for beginners. So it just
yeah,
specifies to me what it is that I'm going to begin. So you do have that. You have beginner guitar lessons, white belt. I get it. So you have the
mm,
white belt in parentheses, but if it's something that people aren't relating to, it could potentially be something that draws people away from it. Um, you do have it there. I wouldn't be too concerned about it, but that's just something if we're nitpicking at things to pick out here because you have a great channel. So the only thing we can do is kind of
yeah.
nitpick
It's
at some little
awesome.
small things. Yeah, so it's that's something I may want to consider, like just mixing those two sort of genres of martial arts and music together, where people
Mm,
don't know those references between like white belt means beginner and orange belt, your second belt or whatever. Like they may not pick up on that. So I
yeah,
would be careful about those labels if you're putting in the titles of your videos and things like that so that people don't get confused by them. Again, just being as
mm,
specific and telling me exactly what it is. As a beginner, I'm sitting here in my room. I pick up a guitar for the first time. I don't care about martial arts. I don't care about superheroes. I want to learn this song on the guitar. So tell me
mm.
what it is I'm getting from this video that I'm going to, after I finish watching it, what am I going to learn from this video?
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Because I mean, yes, it can be something that makes people just automatically go, "Oh, I get that."
Yeah.
But I would, like, it does narrow down your potential audience in some ways, I
Yeah.
guess. as well.
It does, and like I say, the way he has it here, I think it's good. He does have the beginner guitar lesson, so it's plainly there.
It has to
So
have
again,
both,
it's
yeah,
nothing
which
that
he's doing.
we're nitpicking here. It's nothing that's going to
Mm,
necessarily hurt you. But I
yeah,
saw that a couple of times in your like the playlist and the titles and stuff like that. So I would just be a little careful about using those kind of those differences in branding. But that's the only thing I
mm.
would say about that.
Yeah. Also, this is a very good point from my mother. If you're someone who celebrates Christmas, teach some Christmas songs too. Yeah, it's such a for music. It's such a wonderful, wonderful tent pole. The festive season. So
Yeah,
yeah.
the musician space is always really good because you could do something. You could do a
Mm,
playlist, a set of videos like for one song, how to play Silent Night for beginners, 10 videos. How to play
yeah.
Silent Night for intermediate players, 10 videos. For advanced
Mm,
players, you have 30 videos right there from just
yeah.
one song. So it makes it really
Which
easy to
can
do.
also be courses. Like if
Yeah,
you're
absolutely.
like
Absolutely.
what Lauren does, you could so easily create. Yes. Um, you need to do Christmas. Yeah, yeah, cool. Awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, like how Lauren does. It's something you could consider creating courses out of like Christmas songs. But getting some up
Mm,
there
yeah,
uh is for sure cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, that's been very exciting. I feel
very.
like it might be nearly time for lunch for me. How's everyone's hunger levels going? Is anyone in the chat right now that submitted their channel that hasn't had it reviewed? Please let me know. And also, we'll give a last little opportunity for anyone who wants to win the prize, the grand prize. Which, if you were not here for it, it is enter into the chat hashtag 45 minutes and you will win a free 45-minute one-on-one session with me, and we'll draw that in. I'll give a couple more minutes if anyone wants to pop that in. And yeah, how exciting. This has been so much fun. To
Absolutely.
anyone who didn't get their channel reviewed today, um, sorry. Sorry about that. We, were so, uh, thrilled with how many submissions we got. It's been so, so awesome. But this will, I think, be the first of many of these, so please let me know in the comments if you are keen for more channel reviews, and I'll make sure to let you know about them. Alright. What do you reckon?
Draw time for the
Draw time.
yeah, for the
Alright.
prize.
Ready for the prize. Let's get the prize. Watching and eating. People are watching and eating. I am jealous that you're eating. Oh, actually, I've got a bowl of I've got a bowl of nuts here because what's better than having a dry mouth for a live stream?
Of course.
All right. Dry out my mouth and draw this prize.
Drum roll.
Oh, that's
Okay.
snazzy life. Hashtag Sharon Crackles. That will be so much
Sharon.
fun. Awesome. I can't believe I put a mouthful of almonds and cashews. What a foolish, foolish woman. Oh my goodness. Yes, that's very true, Mariam. They can try again next channel review sesh. Um, if you have had fun with us today, please, please check out this video that I can't believe I have a mouthful of cashews right now. What a foolish, foolish woman. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get better at life. If you've had fun today, make sure you watch last month's chat with Terence. If you're watching this live, I've got that linked up in the description down below. Thank you so much for being here. What an absolute bloody treat. I hope you all have a wonderful day.